think they like that because I don't like showing the baker's rack. Okay. Welcome back to my channel. I liked putting up the last video. I felt good about what I posted, or what I uploaded rather, in my last video, talking about mental health and how important it is, seeking therapy and things of that nature. So I kind of put a couple of things together and I wrote it down, and I need to go get my book because I like to write things down. And I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I do help out with, you know, when it comes to either, you know, depression or anxiety. Again, everything still pertaining to mental wellness. Let me go ahead and grab my book and I will go ahead and get started with that. So hold on. Okay, so I have my coffee. I have my books. I said one book, but I have 3. And yeah, let's get started. What I want to talk about is just how I tap into my mental health, how I deal with those days of depression and just feeling lazy, feeling unmotivated, just downright depressed. Many of those days where I literally would just take the kids to school and come back and go to sleep until, or not really sleep, but stay in bed until it was time for me to go get them. And we're talking from like 8 o'clock to almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, where I absolutely do nothing productive because I'm just either down or just dealing with the stresses of life. So I wrote down a couple of things that I do, and I want to say it is 6 things. 6 things that I do to deal with my depression. The first thing I want to say is I journal. I am not consistent with it, but I have been on the up and up when it comes to journaling. I find it to be therapeutic. I find it to be a way where if I'm not speaking to my therapist or speaking to someone that I'm really comfortable with, I will jot it down. And there are many different things you can do, many different ways, many different like prompts. And I'm gonna put like maybe some sort of thing here of things that you can do, things that you could, that would help prompt you to start journaling. Because sometimes we sit back and we're about to journal and it's like, how do I start? Where do I start? You know, how do I begin journaling? And there's really no method on how to begin. You just do it. But sometimes some people, like myself at times, needs that little kickstart. And then once you start, it's like you just don't stop. And you look back and you're like, damn, that's everything that was on my mind. That's everything that I was thinking about. So yeah, I would definitely say journaling. This is what I like to journal in. Pink is my favorite color. So this is my personal book. I do have another journal that I like, that I enjoy. This is the other book that I like to journal in because it's a bit bigger. I actually got this book from Target. I'll see if it's still available there. I had gotten this book a while ago. This book is really nice too because it's smaller and it could fit inside your pocketbook, messenger bag. It's easy on the go. It's plain, so nobody knows that it's a journal. Nobody knows that it's like a little diary of where you put all your thoughts and stuff. This book you could find on my website. I will leave the link to my website down below. And I have this book on my website for $10. And it literally is just a plain book. It has rainbow coloring. I love that. And it has the little tassel in here, so you could save your page. And it's just a plain pages, nothing crazy, nothing fancy, just plain pages where you could write down all of your thoughts, all of your ideas, all of your goals, ambitions, whatever you want to jot down in this book. This is really nice, and it has like a nice texture to it, so it's cool. Got a little ASMR action. Another thing that I love to do that really like de-stresses me is I blast music. I listen to music, whether that be in the car, in the home, on the go, just, you know, AirPods in, and I blast music. Like for me, music is like food for other people, like food for some people. Like when they sit down and eat a nice cooked hot meal, they just feel comforted and at home, and that's what music does for me. It just brings me to another world, and just music. I love music. Listening to music, blasting music, getting up and dancing, moving around, smoking weed while you cook, while you listen to music, you know, just any type of music. For me, that really just de-stresses me and just brings me from here back down to here. So number 3 is listen or watch videos on motivational speakers. And there are a lot of them. I listen to Steve Harvey. There's another person that I listen to. I want to find out this person's name for y'all because I love how he speaks. Les Brown, that's his name. Les Brown, Les Brown. I listen to Les Brown, and just a couple of other random nations of videos where, you know, it's female inspiration, black inspiration, entrepreneurial inspiration, relationship talks, things of that nature. And it's nice to hear motivational words because that's what gets me motivated. This is not a sponsored video, and I'm gonna put that down below. But there is this app that I do listen to books because I'm really not much of a reader. It's hard for me to really just sit down and read a book. So, and it's easier for me to listen to the book as I'm walking around, cleaning, doing whatever, taking care of the kids. And I use this app called HEADWAY. And it's almost like an Audible thing where you pick out, you know, what you want to listen to. You can pick the topic and it will bring up books based on what you've chosen. So I'm gonna leave the link down below to HEADWAY. It is an app that I have on my phone, and I'll show you like the logo somewhere so you can, you know, you can go to the app store and find it yourself. Speaking of books, is this book here. I know I mentioned it in my last video. This book I ordered online off of Amazon. I'm gonna leave it down below. And this basically, like I said in the last video, it talks about just black mental health and the importance of it and why you shouldn't feel down about seeking therapy. For me, it's a lifesaver. Like I said, I do fall into those moments of depression, moments of times where I feel like I don't want to be here. And it sucks. And it's nice to be able to speak to someone who really gives good advice and simply put, doesn't know you. Just doesn't know you. And being able to vent sometimes, even doing this, you know, I'm not directly talking to somebody physically in front of me, but being able to talk in front of the camera to whoever is viewing this, hopefully this helps because it helps me, honestly. And that's why I started off the video by saying, you know, it felt good posting my last video because I needed to get a lot of that off my chest, you know, talking about losing my grandmother and things like that. And, you know, seeking therapy is really a life changer. Do not let it discourage you. Do not let it make you feel like you're crazy or, oh my God, black people don't do this. And it really just dives deep into, at least for me, what my traumas are and traumas that I thought I had gotten over and I really didn't. And how those traumas affect me now and how they affect my children and future relationships. So seeking therapy is something that's very important. And that's something that I highly recommend. My next bullet is to exercise when you can. I am not somebody that exercises every day, even every other day. Sometimes I exercise maybe 3 times a month. But exercising boosts my energy for me. Whether that just be simple crunches and jumping jacks. I'm not saying you have to do like a full-blown routine, but you know, try to, you know, get into walking, you know, running in place, you know, get some resistant bands and just sit down and, you know, do little things. I'm gonna see if I could post a video or a link to one of my workout videos that I have on Pinterest, because it's very simple, it's very easy, and it's probably what, maybe 5 minutes. And even if you do that every other day or once a week, just to get your body active, is important. And it really does help me get into better spirits. And last but not least, which should be number one, but it's on this list, prayer. And this may not be for everyone. Everyone does not believe in God. I do. I have had so many nights where I've literally just sat up and spoke to God, and I've cried, because he is my ultimate therapist. And I know for me, sometimes it can be discouraging because we pray for things and it's like, how come it's just not happening, you know? And that's how I was for a very long time. And I said to myself, this is the part where I need to just let go and let God do his thing. I'm a control freak. So when things are not going according to plan, it really does bother me. And it puts me in this depressed state because I'm just like, why is this not happening? I'm doing all the necessary steps, or at least I think I am. Why is it not happening for me? What am I doing wrong? And then I start doubting myself. I doubt myself. And I just get into this box of depression, and it's hard for me to get out of it. So prayer is huge. Those are just a couple of things that I wrote down. I'm gonna leave a couple of links down below. I'm gonna see if I can find some motivational videos here on YouTube and leave those links down below as well. Let it play on the TV, let it play on your phone while you're washing dishes or cooking, because it does help. And there's a freaking pigeon on my balcony. I hate when these pigeons come up here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too quick, but I hope it was straight to the point. You were able to receive what I was trying to, the message that I was trying to portray in this video. Again, check out the description down below. I'll leave links to everything that I mentioned here in the video, and stay tuned for the next one.